Okay, so welcome to smtvs.com, um, VGA, right? So let's go over to the site. So sometimes I keep trying to say it so much time. It's like, there it is. All right? Okay, and this is a development site that's responsible for developing these apps, right? Okay, and you guys can go over there if you need to contact me. You can leave a message. So let's go back to the demonstration. Um, so we have to be doing bits and pieces of this app, guys. It's a really big application. Okay, so let's talk about the WaveSurfer.js. So as I said in an earlier video that I subscribe in GitHub to WaveSurfer and every update comes to me. So let's talk about human being and the AI. So you may tell the AI a thing, and the AI is a machine, so the AI take it straight. During the course of giving the AI the data to build this, it was just one of those things that I organized everything else and put it in so it started building the site. And the last minute, a little voice said, "Oh, why don't you just go ahead and throw WaveSurf and all the example there?" But I made a notation instructing it to what to do with it, right? But I guess it went across that notation and basically looked at the main thing. This is a recording example. This is a multi-track example. This is an editor example. And it made an editor, it made a multi-track, and then it made a recorder. Instead of saying, okay, combine the multi-track, right, and the editor as one thing, and also the recorder. All three of them is one unit, and could record multi-track or even edit the file that you recorded. So that's the way I have to talk back to the AI next time for it to fix the problem that I'm seeing here, right? Okay, so but if you click on a file that I recorded even something a few minutes ago too. Right? You can have a region. So you can have a region too, right? And you go back and forth, right? And you got a bunch of stuff here. You could actually zoom in and zoom out, but now I'm gonna have them incorporate that zoom in and zoom out button up on the controller tab, so we don't have to, you don't have to be way down there, and even to set the speed for the player that type of way, right? On OK, right? And add an audio mixer that takes care of the volume for each channel and the main track. That's gonna happen. So and also, basically that a track should be added to a dialog box, a slider track, right? A volume slider track should be added for each track that's added to the multi-track recorder to control that channel individually to represent it. So even though there is one, okay, we'll go over here and set multi-track. Even though you have it here, it will still be on the mixer board. So over here now, you see it build a multi-track, right? See, it just said align and mix multi-layer. So it's intended, and it didn't show a upload button to directly load anything into the mixer too. It only show exported and save, right? But we notice there's not, right? And it's there. Click on track, it tells you everything right here. Adjust, drag, wave, zoom, control. Everything happens in the window already. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? But it uploading the audio should work when you're on this page and you say upload the audio. It should just goes into this page, but that's not happening because I tried that. I tried, like, said, okay, I'm on this page right now, right? And if I said upload audio, right, it just upload, right? If it do comes up, right? Or maybe that's a too long audio. It did come up as a wave anyway. It uploads in the system on auto. That's one of my songs. And if I click on it like this, it loads into the editor, right? But you don't want it to load into the editor. You want it to load when you on that page and you click on it, it should load into, right? So I need to tell the AI when on multi-track recording page and you click on audio, it loads into multi-track audio channel. If we're just going to be using it to mix the channel down, right? And when you on editor interface and you click on channel, it loads into the editor. Of course, the editor is basically a stereo editor. So here we're going up into the editor now. I'm going to show you something now. In all actuality, being a musician that I am. Okay, so if you can load, bam, a track into the editor, and watch this, and you can load, okay, right, okay, and you can go, and you need something extra, and you load it, right, right, then you now can click off this track right here, see, and do whatever you want to do to it. So we need to contain this into a container. But, okay, saying this file is a stereo file, when it loads now, we will have, okay, like we have zoom control and all this, yes, for the editor and envelope, but we have equalizer. So now besides equalizer, I'm going to add compressor and limiter and expansion, right? To add this area, turn this area into the editor, audio master editor. And this is a multi-track editor, right? And leave this, yes, you still can record a stereo track, right? But now give the multi-track recorded control interface so you can just record multi-track. So we're still going to have all of them at once. The reason why I'm saying that, okay, for instance, you can record something in stereo if you want to record something in stereo and then edit it, right? Okay, you can load multiple track or record multiple track in the multi-track, edit it there. You can now then load that finished mix track over into the stereo master editor to actually, like, do fade the end or fade the end of the music, things like that. Use the expander compression on it, and maybe want to add a few EQ to sharpen the music, boost it up a little bit, and then make a final master. That's how this is going to work, right? So thanks you guys for viewing VGA development on the audio recording portion of smtvs.com.